Well, once again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another question and answer Friday. Good to have you on with us this morning and hope everything is going well. And Sherry, how are you? Erica, Sony, Nick is on with us this morning. We're going to answer some questions. Rosa, thank you very much, by the way, for all the questions. Evelyn, and John from Elgin, Illinois, and Jeanette and Michael from Wawa, Lynn and Maureen and Nativity and Lorraine and Rita, Jeanette, Keith, good morning to you, and Yolande, bonjour, Andrea from Nouveau-Brunswick, and Debbie from Nova Scotia, Doralee, Diane. Always good to have you guys. I appreciate it. Jerry from Nouveau-Brunswick. You guys are great. We appreciate you coming on. Kathy, Diane, yes. Claire, Suzanne, Jan from the Sioux. Good to have you on, Jan. Guylaine, bonjour. And Lorraine, Pauline, Rachel, and Nellie, Wendy, Marin. Okay, let me ask this question over here. There was somebody I missed here. Andrew. Okay, so here we go. Here we go this morning. Question and answers. A lot of good questions. I divide them up into two, usually. Try and answer nutrition questions first, and then conditions, medical conditions, or that's sort of the way I divide them. First one from Jojo. I've got a grandson I call Jojo. His name is Josiah, but I call him Jojo. Pre and post workout, what do you suggest? Well, good question. Now, look, pre-workout, here's what I suggest. If you can, you want to empty your glycogen, empty out your liver, empty out your muscles of their stored energy. If you can, and some people can't, but if you can, then if you're working out in the morning, then don't eat. That's probably the best pre-workout that you can do. Like, don't have anything. Have some water, of course. Have a coffee, of course. Yeah, come on. But you want to empty your stored glycogen. So I'm big on, and again, if you have hypoglycemia, you don't do well without some food, then by all means, go ahead. But the best pre-workout, in my opinion, would be to do it fasting without eating. Now, not the end of the world if you have to eat, of course. I'm big on what's the best, not carbs, protein. Protein is the best pre-workout, if you have to eat, and the best post-workout. Dr. Martin's Perfect Smoothie. You want to talk about a post-workout? Replenish all your fuel, muscle building, bone broth, cream, a few berries, 4 ounces of cream, heavy cream, and blend. Tremendous. So, yeah, I'm big on protein. Protein's king. Protein's the best fuel. Now, of course, the combination of protein and fat is even better, because strictly having protein without any fat, I like fat. So you're getting in the animal kingdom is where you get that perfect combination in eggs, meat, and cheese of protein and fat. So, in my opinion, that is the best pre and post workout fuel. So, very good question, Jojo. Pat is asking, she was told 6 almonds every day for heart health. Fact or fiction? Very good question. I like that. I've actually seen that, I think, and I can't remember who said it. Look, it's not fiction, but it's not the best food that you can have for your heart. Now, almonds are good. Almonds are good. Okay? They are. They've got a good source of protein, not like meat, and heart healthy oil as part of, I don't necessarily buy that. Like, it's much better heart healthy to have a snack on eggs. Much better than almonds. Much more complete nutrition. Much more anti-inflammatory. Much more built up for your heart strength than almonds. And again, if you like almonds, yeah, you can have some. Now, I don't recommend almonds if you're on the reset, and I don't recommend almonds if you've got diverticulosis. That kind of stuff, nuts and seeds can get caught in the gut. And like, me, I love peanut butter. And why would you have almond butter when you can have peanut butter? I don't know. That's just my personal preference. But I'm under no illusion that, peanuts or peanut oil is actually that good for you. I like it, but that's because I like it. It's vitamin P for me because it's fat and protein. Are there better sources? Yeah, but I don't know if they taste better. So I like to take my supplements in the morning with peanut butter. Unless I'm fasting, intermittent fasting. So, yeah, I'm not saying it's no good, okay? Almonds they're nuts. They're all right. I'm just, and they produce oxalates too. So if you got any kidney trouble or whatever, oxalates, be careful with them. Okay. Why does one person lose weight on the reset and another one doesn't? Well, I think I'm going to have to answer this question from here till eternity. The reset has become very popular. October 1st is coming up. Let's sign up to do the reset together. Who wants to come on and do the reset October 1st? Okay? Good time to do it. And we can coach you through it. Okay? But why do some people lose weight? And listen, it's never a man, okay? Nicole. It would have to be a woman asking that question. It's a very good question. But ladies, this answer is for you. And I will repeat this probably once a week for forever. It's called ovaries. It's called your thyroid. It's called cortisol. Estrogen, progesterone out of the ovaries. It's complicated for women. Hormones. Now listen, the reset, you have to understand where it came from. The reset was to fix metabolic syndrome. The reset was created originally to fix diabetes. And so the reset, whether you lose weight or not, and I promise you, you will empty your liver, you'll lose fat. There's a question about visceral fat we'll get to in a few minutes. But you are metabolically fixing yourself, Nicole. Yep. Metabolically, you're fixing yourself. So don't put all your eggs in the basket of weight loss. Look, if you want to lose weight, in my opinion, there's not a better program than the reset. Because it's the healthiest. It's made that so you don't yo-yo. It will change your metabolism in 30 days. And to lose weight, it's the best way. Now, everybody talks about keto. This is not keto. It's not a keto diet, per se. It's not. Now, some people will go into ketosis, but that's not the key. The key is nutrition. It's the best, highly dense nutrients feeding your cells at the cellular level, changing your mitochondria within the cells, changing the fuel within the cells, anti-inflammatory, fixing your insulin, fixing the fatty liver, helping your blood supply. Like, guys, the benefits are legion. Proven. Metabolic syndrome, it changes the triglycerides and the HDL. It helps to fix blood pressure, which is a major, 50% of the population today, 50, half, have some form of heart disease. 88% of the population have metabolic syndrome. Elevated insulin, elevated blood. Now, you don't have to have all the symptoms, but you're going to have some of these. Bad triglycerides, low HDL, fatty liver that you don't even know about. Unless you take a picture of your liver, you don't even know you have fatty liver. For most people, it's asymptomatic. So, Nicole, it is a good question, and I'm on your side. I mean that. Don't give up. You might have to do the reset longer to lose weight, but I'm telling you one thing, you're losing visceral fat. That's the most important fat. Now remember, I'm going to just come back and take this fat blob, 5 pounds. Oh, Dr. Martin, I only lost 5 pounds and my husband lost 20 pounds. You know how many times I hear that? And I always have a little smirk on my face. Not because ladies, you know me. I'm on your side. Men are from another planet. Don't compare yourself to your husband. Most men are so stinking stubborn, they won't do the reset. But if they do, wow. Ladies, that's 5 pounds. I'm showing you something that's almost a foot long. I think it is a foot long and about 6 inches thick. And this fat, when it's inside your body, is very dangerous. This is an organ really onto its own. It's like your body grew another organ. And it ain't good news, because this creates inflammation. This stores toxins. This fat blob elevates estrogen. You want to know why it's hard to lose weight for a woman? That's why. It's not fun. I didn't say it was fun. But you have to understand what I'm saying. Don't get discouraged. You have to trust the process. Trust it. You know things are, this is why I do the program. I'm pumping up your tires, ladies. You're doing the right thing. You're decreasing your risk of heart disease. You're decreasing your risk of cancer. You're decreasing your risk of 100% of diabetes. You're decreasing your risk of autoimmune. If you have any one of those conditions, it's the best thing to do. There's nothing better. Nothing better. You'll go online and you'll see, you need to drink vegetable juice, and you need to drink celery juice, and you need to juice and don't eat red meat, and, eggs, meat, and cheese are bad for you. Now, brought to you by the food industry. The makers of crappy dinner and crappy cereals, and the middle aisles of your grocery stores, which are controlled by 8 big food companies who have lied, liar, pants on fire for the last 50 years. Well, longer than that, because they started with Crisco. Baking with Crisco. Don't use butter when you can have Crisco. Your body doesn't even know what that is. Your body, when you eat margarine, oh, doc, it's visceral. I don't care. It's plastic. Your body don't know what that is. When it hits your body, you eat it. What they call vegetable oils. Your body doesn't even know what that is. It goes, okay, what did you just give me? It's not nutrition. And all it does is set up inflammation in the body. I'm sorry. And what's happened in the last 50 years is they rail against the farmer. That's not good for you. Meat? You can have a little bit of chicken if you want. Make it a chicken finger. Nah. No. Not true. So all I'm saying, guys, is understand that. The reset, I will compare it to any other program. And remember, it's 30 days. I'll put it up against anything. I've been doing this for so long, and I've never seen result. And listen, I used to get good results before, but nothing like the reset. And like I said, if a diabetic will do it, and no cheating, they put their did I say cured? No. It will put their diabetes into remission. It fixes the pancreas and the liver. It takes all the stress away from the kidneys. And it does help with weight loss. Most women will still lose weight. You might have to do it a little longer, ladies, but understand that if you got hormonal issues, hormones, it's more complicated. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but don't give up. Ladies, get healthy. And the weight will take care of itself. I promise. Once your hormones get into balance. It's tough, but it's worth it. Okay. Thanks for the questions. Nancy says, 2 friends, vegetarians, had massive strokes. Was consuming high carbs the most likely cause? Yep. Look, every individual is different. I don't want to be too hard on vegetarianism or veganism, the new religion of today. Young people are being indoctrinated today that this is the best way. Netflix is part of it. And I've given you the philosophy behind it because it really is a religion. It's a philosophy. It's not science, guys. Being a vegan or a vegetarian is not science. It's a philosophy. And I have respect for people who believe that. But I don't buy it. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I'm consistent. You know me. Consistent. No. Here's the question I ask. If God put B12, zinc, taurine, arginine, amino acids, if he put all the essential amino acids, the ones that you need to eat, and then told you it ain't good for you, it's not science. You can't get B12 without eating red meat. You just can't. Don't fool yourself. It's not even in chicken, ladies. It's in red meat. How can it be bad for you then? If one of the most essential vitamins, we talked about it yesterday when we were talking about the brain. If it's one of the most essential vitamins for your brain, why would you not eat it? You see, meat consumption has gone down. Vegetable oils have gone way up. Packaged foods. Because of indoctrination. I'm telling you. And kids are learning this in school. I wish they would invite me to teach. I remember, was it last year? I guess it's a couple of years ago now. I used to do biology a lot. I think it had been about 20 years since I got invited to teach biology. And I was teaching these grade 12 kids, and they were smart kids. They really were, because they had some great questions on nutrition. And I was just, like they look at me like I had 2 heads. And I think there was a dozen or so kids in the class, and 2 of them were vegans. And I said, can I change your mind? And I just gave them a science lesson in food. I said, you're going to have to take B12 the rest of your life. You know that, eh? Nah, you do. And so I said, how can it be normal that you have to supplement a diet? How can it be normal? Even vitamin D. Now, vitamin D, the best is the source of the sun. But vitamin D3 is found in the animal kingdom. It's not found in plant kingdom. It's found in eggs, meat, and cheese. Vitamin K2, which takes calcium out of your arteries. It ain't in the plant kingdom. I didn't say plants were no good. I'm just telling you the facts. So, they say don't eat red meat because it's hard on your heart. It's just the opposite. You ain't going to elevate your levels of CoQ10 for your heart muscle. Your heart is a muscle. It needs CoQ10. You can't elevate your CoQ10 without eating eggs, meat, and cheese. That's science. And I'm pretty adamant about it. Okay, I'm getting excited here. Okay. Good questions. What causes polyps? Melissa is asking. How to prevent them? Well, polyps are growths. They're like little tumors, precancerous in a lot of cases. How do you prevent them? Well, the same thing that I'm talking about, because polyps need fuel. Don't give them sugar. If you don't believe sugar has any effect on cancer, then don't go get a PET scan. Now, I'm not talking about bringing your pets for a scan. I'm talking about a PET scan, PET, that is a cancer detector. It's for cancer. What do? They give you a cup of sugar. They give you a cup of sugar, radioactive. Then you light up like a Christmas tree if you have cancer anywhere in your body. It's called a PET scan. Cancer needs fuel. Don't give it. And a precancer polyp needs fuel. Don't give it fuel. And I've said this 1,000 times, and I'll probably have to say it another 1,000. If you do nothing else for your health, nothing else, cut out sugar, especially high fructose corn syrup, which is in everything. And this is, I've done programs in the past. I call it the Antichrist of sugars. It is sugar on steroids. It is a completely different sugar. Again, your body doesn't know what it is. It doesn't know how to metabolize it, so it sends it off to the liver and your brain, all bad. Good question, Melissa. Visceral fats, we talked about that. Because a lot of people are skinny, but that doesn't make them healthy. They can have fat around their organs and they have no idea. They can have hardening of the arteries and they have no idea. Skinny doesn't mean better. If you're a bad eater and you're skinny, you're unhealthy. Send me your CRP, C-reactive protein. Send me your triglycerides. Send me your HDL. I'll tell you a whole story based on those things. You can be skinny and very unhealthy. Very good question, Brenda. Anna, taking steroids like prednisone or hydrocortisone. Does it elevate vitamin D? No, just the opposite. Vitamin D is an immune thing. When you take a steroid, it's an immunosuppressant. That's the problem. People that are on prednisone, they have to be very careful for infection because their immune system goes down. Vitamin D activates the immune system. We talked about it on the webinar the other night. Tony Jr. and I was showing a slide where T cells, those are your Navy SEALs of your immune system, the lymphatic T cells, they're searching for, they got a little antenna, and they're looking for vitamin D to activate them. Sugar stops T cells from working. Vitamin D makes T cells charge after bacteria, viruses, and even cancer cells. They have an antenna. They look for vitamin D. They don't work without vitamin D. Oh, Dr. Martin, can I get too much vitamin D? Yeah, I guess so. But I wouldn't worry about it. People, 90%, here's what I'm saying. 90% of the population, 90, have low levels of vitamin D. Now, they might have, in even blood work where they have their serum dehydroxy 25 taken, and the doctor, oh, that's normal. Yeah, but it's lower than it should be. It may be normal to a doctor, but it's not normal for you. It's too low. Vitamin D, you need it. Good question, Anna. Merv is about sinus rinse. Can I irritate my sinuses by doing it too much? Yep. Even oil of oregano. I love the oregano spray. I call it spray and pray. Because if you put oil of oregano, now there's actually, don't put drops down there or anything like that. My word. Not unless you want to commit hara-kiri. But, I love it's called the Orego spray. And it's a sinus spray with oil of oregano. It's been diluted. It's very good. I love it. First sign of a cold. Put that down your sinuses and pray for 5 seconds, okay? Because you got to pray. This will make you, do you have trouble praying? Take oil of oregano. You'll start praying. Spray and pray, okay? Woo! I like oil of oregano spray. That's me, okay? I put it on my toothbrush. You can put it in your sinuses. It's great to kill fungus. Could you overdo it? Yeah. You don't want to irritate the sinuses, and you could irritate them. But generally, I like it. Generally, I like it very, very much. Barry and Joe asked about low blood pressure. Well, again, you always have to look at the cause. There's several possibilities of when you have low blood pressure. The first organ I look at is the thyroid. Ordinarily, the thyroid's not working up to snuff. And that can give you low blood pressure. And so, you got to find out, Joe and Barry, what's causing the low blood pressure. And look, for some people, 120/80, right? Systolic and diastolic. 120/80 is the range. To me, high blood pressure is not really high unless the diastolic is over 90, the second number. Keep it under 90. The first number, I'm not saying it's not significant. It's just not as significant as the second number. A lot of people get too uptight. And you know what? Can I say something? Quit taking your blood pressure 100 times a day. You want to get your cortisol going? It's like people who take their blood sugar every 5 seconds. No wonder they're so uptight. Oh, my blood sugar's up, my blood sugar's down, my blood sugar's up, my blood sugar's down. Quit taking it. Quit taking your blood pressure all the time. You know, you got a cuff at home and you think it's your new little toy. I'm not saying don't take it. I just say quit taking it every 5 minutes. I get people, they chart their blood pressure every, you know what? That's brought to you by the pharmaceutical industry. Oh, I shouldn't get myself so uptight. Irene was talking about a thyroidectomy and taking Synthroid. Anything else we should be doing? Yeah, well, Irene, listen, Synthroid, you know, the reason we created the thyroid formula is because that is tremendous. It's got every nutrient that your thyroid needs. And if you don't have a thyroid, it helps to replace it. Now, I'm not saying to get off your meds. I don't do that to people. You know, I don't tell people to get off their medications. I never do. You know, I don't go there. I just want you to feel good, and then you can discuss with your doctor. The problem with some physicians, or a lot of them, is once they prescribe something, they got the can't help it to keep you on it. Like really, a lot of medications were meant not for you to take forever, like a blood pressure medication. Yeah, but you had high blood pressure. Yeah, and I got it regulated, the doctor in their mind, and then they go, well, you got to stay on it. Well, no, why don't you fix the cause of it? It's insulin. I mean, I'm not against meds, but they should be temporary. I talk to people. They've been on a sleeping pill for 20 years. Well, doc, I can't sleep. You're not sleeping. You're not sleeping. There's no repair done. You're sedated. It's like you're going in for surgery every night. And they're sedating you. Like the goal, you know, I don't get it with physicians. I don't. Like, why do you have a patient on a sleeping pill for 20 years? I don't get it. Like, try something else. Okay. I don't want to get too uptight here. Okay. Thank you so much for the questions. We really appreciate it. Okay? And I think I covered pretty well everything there. Yes, I think so. Okay. Now, next week, bringing some good stories, good things, news behind the news, a lot of good stuff that we'll touch on. Don't be shy. Invite your friends to join the Martin Clinic Facebook group. We're into the big thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. We appreciate that. Tremendous group. It really is. If you have any questions, don't be shy. Ask questions. That's what we're here for. Okay, so love you guys. Talk to you soon, and God bless you.